Preparation for the apocalypse. Actually, this is a preparation that sounds quite strange. It was once thought that such preparations were exclusive to paranoid people. However, looking at current developments, we see that people's concerns on this matter have significantly increased. There is a strange preparation happening in the world that we cannot fully understand the reason for. In some countries, information on what needs to be done to survive has started to be published. Millions of people are intensely buying the recommended supplies for survival. The world's leading wealthy individuals are building underground bunkers or purchasing private islands. People seem to be preparing for an apocalypse. What I have explained so far, as I mentioned at the beginning, is an indication of people's increasing concerns. So, what do the preparations made by important state institutions in some countries indicate? What are these countries preparing for? In this video, I will talk about FEMA camps, which have been established in many countries around the world, primarily in the United States, and are referred to as doomsday camps by conspiracy theorists. Now let's examine these camps together. Welcome to my channel called The Discovery of Mystery, where we will unveil the curtains of secrets. FEMA, officially known as the Federal Emergency Management Agency, was established in 1979 in the United States as an ordinary government agency aimed at raising public awareness about natural disasters. Until 2008, FEMA operated as a low-budget agency, providing training on how the public should respond to disasters such as earthquakes, fires, floods, and storms. However, this ordinary agency underwent a significant transformation over time. Interestingly, it was endowed with extraordinary powers. Its initially low budget suddenly began to be supported by substantial, albeit secretive, funds. It gained authority to possess armed and specially trained personnel, and even to train these personnel. What was the reason behind this major transformation? By granting FEMA these powers, what was the United States making preparations for? Naturally, following such a change, numerous conspiracy theories emerged. The year 2010 marked another critical turning point for FEMA. It began to acquire an international dimension, establishing an office within the United Nations and subsequently expanding with subsidiary organizations to various countries. The date September 11, 2001 was a watershed moment for both the United States and the world. The changes within FEMA also reflected the United States' strategy post 9/11. This strategy aimed to make FEMA more effective and powerful against potential war and terrorism threats. With the enactment of the Homeland Security Act in 2002, FEMA became central to the country's strategy for handling emergencies. The agency gained significant authority in the fight against terrorism. The powers it acquired were indeed quite remarkable. Under these powers, FEMA gained the capability to take over government functions and all administration in times of national security threats. If a state of emergency needs to be declared in any state of the United States, FEMA became empowered to make decisions surpassing even those of the president. Alongside FEMA, all martial law statutes and conditions requiring military intervention were reorganized. The American public, who experienced and were deeply shaken psychologically by September 11th, generally supported the strategy set by the United States. However, conscious citizens began questioning how an institution endowed with such incredible powers would manage this strategy in a state of emergency in order to understand it. They also tried to understand why such a transformation was deemed necessary and what the United States was trying to prepare FEMA for. FEMA's powers are not limited to what I have described so far. In the event it seizes control of governance in the face of a threat, FEMA also has the authority to suspend all laws, intervene in society and individuals without any justification, and detain and arrest individuals. FEMA is constructing camps in many countries, including the United States. It is known that there are 800 camps in the United States alone. Each camp can accommodate approximately 20,000 people. All of these camps are currently kept empty. Some conspiracy theorists claim that these camps are being built for detainees who will be captured after threats from within or outside the country. Considering that some prisons in the United States are nearly full, it is puzzling why these camps are still kept empty. Many people agree that these camps are built in preparation for a threat. However, it is not precisely known for what purpose and for whom these camps were built. it is quite challenging to assert that the claim that these camps are built solely for prisoners accurately reflects the truth. Currently, although FEMA camps are kept empty, there are regular staff and security forces working at the camps. This site gives the impression that the camps are prepared for anything at any moment. There are camps ready in many states. Special railroad lines have been built for these camps, and specially designed railcars can go into the interiors of the camps on these lines. Some conspiracy theorists liken this situation to the concentration camps in Nazi Germany. FEMA provides special communication devices to selected individuals from the civilian population whom they train and who hold important professions. These individuals enter into special agreements. According to these agreements, when they receive a call from the devices provided to them, they are required to leave even their families behind and go to the camps they are assigned to. We can indeed see extraordinary preparations being made by FEMA here. However, this issue is not being discussed in any media outlet. FEMA's incredible transformation, the camps being built, and the conspiracy theories being raised are being ignored. Allegations discussed about this matter are being denied. Access to websites reporting news about it can even be blocked. But for some reason, this situation does not catch the attention of major media organizations. Of course, I say it doesn't catch their attention, figuratively speaking. Clearly, this is a secret strategy. Media organizations have been tasked with maintaining the secrecy of this strategy and remain silent. As I mentioned, not only in the United States, but also in many countries around the world, the number of these camps is increasing day by day. When you examine the structure of these camps, some peculiarities stand out. These camps give the impression that they are built not to imprison someone inside, but rather to prevent something from entering from the outside. If this claim doesn't sound convincing to you, let me elaborate on why I think this way in more detail. These camps are built similarly and specifically on top of places with underground fresh water sources. Each camp employs high-tech security measures. Structures like observation towers, armored doors, and security fences are noticeable. The camps generate the energy they need with their own installed systems. Additionally, emergency generators are available in these camps. Each camp has extensive agricultural land suitable for farming. Large food storage facilities, fuel tanks, weapon depots, and helicopter landing pads are present in every camp. We mentioned earlier about trains with special rail lines entering the camps. Some camps also have underground facilities. Management and communication centers with access to satellites are built underground. Furthermore, high-tech research centers and health units are established in some camps. Livestock farming facilities for large and small animals are built in suitable sections of the camps. Various repair workshops and fabric production facilities are also constructed. Schools and various educational centers are built in the camps. Additionally, social facilities and libraries are included. In fact, looking at these details, it's clear that these camps have been designed as isolated environments where people inside can live without needing anything from the outside. If these camps were intended only for prisoners, wouldn't special measures to prevent escape be necessary inside the camp? The security protocols in the camps seem to be prepared for threats that could come from outside. Frankly, these camps appear to be designed as secure and isolated areas where selected individuals can stay and be protected after potential chaos for various reasons worldwide. It is discussed that the construction of the camps will be completed after a while. Thus, this indicates that the chaos awaiting us may not be too far away. As I mentioned at the beginning of the video, there is a strange and unsettling preparation happening all over the world. We now see ideas about the New World Order and traces of the global powers behind it everywhere. The global crisis following the pandemic, the global control strategy of the New World Order, the atmosphere of anxiety created worldwide, wars and conflicts erupting in different parts of the world, the increasing world population, and the topic of reducing the world population, which is no longer just a conspiracy theory. All of these are reflections of a common strategy. The FEMA camps we are discussing in this video may have been built not just for a disaster or emergency, but perhaps in pursuit of ambitions of a global control mechanism. If this conspiracy theory is correct, in the coming years, we may experience events that we did not expect and that could expose us to serious risks. The pandemic was one of these risks, and perhaps we have not yet experienced the worst of it. Who knows? We should closely follow world news and developments. Considering potential adversities, we should live our lives by taking precautions as much as possible for ourselves and our loved ones. Please share your thoughts on this topic in the comments. Thank you for watching the video. If you enjoyed the content, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and stay tuned. You can support my channel by liking the videos and leaving comments. Until we meet again.